All right.
Hey, you feeling
Orlando,
better?
Orlando, nice to see you. Jason, nice to see you again. Livia!
Hi.
Long time no see, Livia.
My sister is late, but she's coming and
Alrighty.
she's
There's
in
massive spike.
leaving work.
Yeah. Alrighty. Perfect. Perfect. Nice to hear that. Mike, nice
Oh,
to have you, Mike.
thanks.
Hamish. Welcome, Hamish. Akiko Harada. Konnichiwa. Dovel. 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 It's because I
Feeling better?
much better. Today I worked out, so that was like, yes, I'm getting my strength back. Helene,
Good.
Karen, Kashvi, Kashvi, Kashvi. I don't remember. Is
Hi, sir.
Kashvi,
Yes, the Kashvi.
Kashvi, Kashvi. Okay, Helene, Alfredo, welcome, welcome. Okay, there's some kind of feedback noise. I'm going to mute it. There you go. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you everybody for your patience. I was like terribly sick. I got intoxicated and now I'm good. It was like not even vacation because it was not one of those like no, it was pain and just having no strength at all for anything, not even to enjoy I couldn't stand a movie. Everything was so disgusting. Felt like all I wanted was to sleep, and I forced myself to eat. It was so annoying. Food was uh, annoyingly annoying. It was very difficult to eat. So, but now I push myself through it, thanks to medication and etc. So yeah, now I'm here.
Bueno.
Bueno. Hola, hola. Sí se oye, Alfredo. I can hear you. Alrighty. Okay, so Chrissy. Hello, Chrissy. Welcome, welcome.
Hi.
So let's get it started, shall we? How are we feeling from 1 to 10? Type it in the chat.
Chat.
10. Right? Now I'm going to share the calendar for this because of this is very okay. So 10, 8. Like I finally feel like a 10. 8, 11, 10, 9, 8, 10. Okay, perfect. So let me share my screen really quick. And here's what is this was the original plan, of course, of April, and then day 2. So right now this is April 10, and today is day 2. So it's going to be day 2, 3, 4, and then 5 and 6 next week. All right. So it's going to be like naturally this boot camp is going to be extended, right? So thank you so much for your patience, and of course, again, for those of you who are on the daily class, it's going to be extended even more to cover more specific situations, because it's not the same for me to give global instructions, right? And only a few of you really get it, like, oh yeah, this I get this, I understand it, etc., and it applies perfectly. But for some of you, like, yeah, I understand it, but once you go and try to apply it, like, what happens? Why is this not working? That's for what the daily classes are for, right? I miss day 1. Is there a recording? Yes, Karen, there's a recording. I already edited in clips, so let me leave it uploading right now before I forget. what I'm gonna do right now. Just give me 1 minute. It should take only 1 minute. Curriculum. Upload this because I already have the renders ready. This is bulk upload. Okay, here it is. Renders. Then live. Yeah, it's 6 clips. I divided it in 6 clips. Okay, and now it's uploading. Okay, it's uploading. So yeah, Karen, you should have access. Let me tell you where is uploading. It's uploading right. It's going to be uploaded in here, right? In the curriculum. So once you go to the curriculum, you're going to see day 1 and you're going to see the videos there. Okay, so let's continue. Today, we are on day number 2, which is the swapping technique. What type of animations can you do with the swapping technique? Okay, first, before I cover anything else, I want to be very clear about this technique because this is a speed rigging technique. It helps you create characters incredibly fast. Mark, are you gaining a British accent? Okay, that question comes from people used to my American accent. But honestly, I have no accent. Like, I'm Mexican. My language is not even English. So my original English was like this. I'm going to go to the car to go to the store. That was my like taco English, I call it. It was the English that I had. So I kind of like, I want to sound like American, and then I learned to sound like American. Not American, it's British. But right now I'm learning the British one because when I go to Europe, I want people to think like, oh yeah, he's from British, so they don't think I'm a tourist and they take advantage of me. I don't want that. Okay, so yeah, rather. That's I'd rather not be taken advantage of. Thank you. And I have a student who is British. I have a couple of students from the UK, so they correct me. Just like exactly, but by the way, let me just share you why I wanted to learn British, because it's hard and it's difficult and it's weird. It's like uncomfortable, and I like to keep myself on edge. So I was like, you know what? On 2023, I'm going to start talking British, and it's going to be uncomfortable because people are going to go, why? What's up with the British, Mark? Who are you trying to impress, right? So it's uncomfortable to navigate social interactions now, especially with my family. Family comes over and then I start speaking in British. Why are you? And then I have to explain. So yeah, I admire actors who can speak many, not only many languages but many accents. Okay, so yeah. How did you notice, Elia? So that means my accent is not that bad. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so the thing is, this technique is incredibly easy, but not that easy. But you can definitely learn it in 1 day. What type of animation can you do with it? What type of characters? And so I want to show an example by Sophia here. I'm glad you're here, Sophia. And I'm going to open an animation and share it with you. Not the whole animation. The whole animation is 23 minutes. I can share the link so you can check it later. But this, where are you? Sweetness. There you go. And so I'm going to open this animation, share my screen. I'm going to mute it. Okay, so let me share the screen. And this is an original character, right? So he like struggling, and then he like, actually, let me just play the very beginning, because this animation has so many characters. So definitely, if you don't like if you need that many characters, you need a fast way to create several characters, especially if you do everything on your own, right? So let me share the first couple of minutes because I believe it has a really good hook. And let me stop sharing and share again, optimize for video clip. There you go.
Huh? You gotta be kidding me.
And then the introduction. So look at that. Like, I love the introduction. It's a main character, and then you gotta go out, and then he goes. I'm going to mute it now. So there's a lot of emotions going on through there, like this, getting some help from some people, and then introduction of another character, right? Those are elements, by the way, those are pre-animated elements. So I mean, Sophia could get away doing this animation without that windy effect. But I mean, if you can afford it and get more elements, then you can totally do that. So, right? And so there you have a character. Then the backgrounds were created with, if I'm not mistaken, was created with with AI, right? So the pipeline for this production was investing a ton of thought into the script, into the recording, into the sound, etc. But then the whole animation still took time, but not as much as if a Disney project or a studio did it, because they need a whole team and then a lot of hours to animate 1 second. No, this one was like, I have a question, Sophia, now that you're here, actually. I'm curious about this. Like, each scene, how much did it took you? For example, this one. Let's talk specifically about this shot of this character dancing.
Yeah, that scene could have taken me about 2 days.
Woohoo! All right. Yeah. Amazing, isn't it? 2 days, right? Very nice, very nice. And especially because the background looks cool and it was done like just putting inputs into like she'd used. I'm going to scrub through the whole animation and look at all the different elements and backgrounds that she needs, right? Some of the backgrounds, as I understand, were made with Content Store, is it?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
correct.
Because I kind of recognize some of those elements, right? But some others are created, for example, this one, was this created with
AI.
AI, right? Yeah, but
Yep.
I can see the curtains right there,
Yeah. Yes.
right? So sometimes you need something more specific and it's not available in the content source. So what can you do? You go to AI and just generate it, right? And you generate a couple of options and there you go. Have a character with a ton of stuff in her, like a ton of clothes, right? So this is incredibly interesting. The reason why it's incredibly interesting is because this is an original character. It's not completely new, right? I'm going to mute, sorry. I was getting some feedback there. So the point, sorry, again, Kirk, I just kept muting in you because there's some sound in the background, some TV, I believe. So no worries. So this is why this is incredibly powerful. Okay, Kirk, you have a background noise. I'm going to mute you for the 3rd time. Please keep it muted. Keep your mic muted. Thank you. Okay, so this is what is happening. This is an original character, but as you can see, this dress is part of another character, right? If we go here,
Right.
I was actually I believe we can find that actor. Oh, it has to be template. Then was it from one of these?
Actor's dressing room.
Oh yeah, that's from this dressing room. Yeah, it's
Three,
because
three more
I
down.
was
Three more down, right there. Yep.
dressing room.
Mhm.
So
There it is.
there it is. Yeah. So the point is, this, in order for you, for any of you, to do the swapping technique and create characters with original clothes and like, it's not going to be 100% original, is it? Because you do have to create something that looks like you're using some kind of tools or some kind of clothes, right? Still, this is saving a ton of time because it is so many characters, and like look at this, like there's these two characters and they almost have the same clothes, almost the same face, but that little variation creates, okay, this is I don't know, I'm just, this is Jason and this is Clark, right? So they are different characters. I'm just making up names so we can differentiate them. But there's something important to know. I shared this in an email. Tony, Michael,
Hi.
welcome.
I
So
was
one
blocked.
thing that I shared was, I don't know if any of you got this email, is that when you're using the swapping technique, it's the easiest, but you do need to have some kind of investment, because without enough ingredients, you cannot create originally enough characters. For Sophia, she got the Campus Heroes. She got, I didn't receive the email. Okay, it was very long time ago, some time ago, before launching this class. So it was like, if I'm not mistaken, the Campus Heroes, actor backstage, and actor dressing room, right?
Yes.
So those are elements that now she can take, right? You see this advertisement. Let me just show you what that looks like. And that's exactly what we're going to learn how to do. Let me go to Revolution. I mean, we are going to do it today without purchasing anything, but you can only get so far, right? Let me go to product, no, to store, content store. Right, there you go. And in here, let me search for dressing room. No. This is because it's like that, not like that.
You got it on iCloud, that's why. Yeah.
Dressing.
It catches me, that does.
Yeah. Here, this one, actor dressing room.
Yeah,
Oh,
good.
look, there's another
Some
one.
good ones, yeah.
And then backstage. Okay, to animator. Backstage. And also like has a salon.
Hey, salon.
That this one actually, I believe this is the actor. It's included in the actor backstage. This one has dressing room and hair salon. How do I pronounce this word, Tony?
Salon.
Salon.
Yeah, hey, salon.
Thank you. Tony is my coach in British pronunciation.
Oops, you should have seen my beer.
Okay, so basically actor backstage is a package that includes this too. So with this, now Sophia has more options for the dresses, for the hairstyles. And the way that works is, I'm going to now create a character, like an original character. We're going to do this swap and create this character, Nancy, right? It's a made up character, right? This is not originally done in Cartoon Animator, but I'm going to do a swapping to create this original character. Okay, so
Mm.
let's get it on. I'm going to just do a demonstration, and the
Okay.
demonstration is so fast, so easy, so
Cool.
quick that I want the rest of the class to have you test it and try it. All right. So the first thing, I'm going to just go to here to human, go all the way to the top. Yep.
I can't see
And
that.
I'm going to get a real right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Just click and drag.
Yep.
That's it. Look at that. I have that character.
Cool.
Actually, instead I'm going to zoom in. And now I'm going to go to this is the first step is get a character that you're going to swap elements with, and
Yeah.
then go to Composer, and then in Composer I need to change the hair, the eyes, the eyebrows, and I believe that, and also the mouth. The mouth I also changed it. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to probably be unfair because when I go to mouth, for example, I'm going to find options of all these characters that I have from Campus Heroes, and also all the elements from this one. So the cool thing about buying a package is that you increase your choices,
Yeah.
right? And I can even design more of my own. So in this case, I believe I'm going to use some from Campus Heroes. So let me just go to this character, and then in content, I'm going to click on head, and then in head, I basically can take elements from this. I'm going to open the head. By the way, someone asked some time ago if you can switch about the body. No, sadly, the body cannot be switched. That's why you need something else, right? Like you need the hairdressing, etc., etc. So let me go to. I'm going to leave that type of face, but I'm going to switch the eyes. I start with the eyes. For the eyes, I'm going to use the eyes from Johnny, right? I just double click. That's all I do. Now, if I wanted, I could take this, show the bone, and I could take these eyes, and if I wanted, I could make them smaller, right?
Yeah.
If I wanted. In my case, I'm going to leave it like a tiny bit smaller, but it's not required. Or even distort them a little bit like this, right? Well, I could do whatever. Let me just have them 43, 43. Okay, there you go. Now I'm going to change the brows, the eyebrows. So you can see how easy this is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. These eyebrows, and I'm just going to reposition them a tiny bit, not too far up.
So not too far up, yeah. That makes
And
sense.
then, but actually, because she's going to be blonde. Let's see if we have.
You need some lighter ones, yeah. Yeah.
Do we have some? Maybe these ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Double click. Yeah, this are going to work better. And because she's an antagonist, she's kind of
Got that mean look about her.
Yeah, mean. So now I go to hair, and I'm going to look for all the hair that I have available to me, right?
Cool.
So for example, this one, this hair comes from the hairstyle, the dressing room.
Yeah.
So not all of you are going to have it available, but you can switch it for the one from red, from this one, for example, right? So I'm going to just go and take this one, double click. Sometimes you need to reorder it, reposition it. No, but in this case, it worked perfectly. So look, now it's working. I'm going to, I don't have to click in here. I just like to click there to select the mouth. And then for the mouth, I could select this one from red. But
yeah.
The mouth is going to be, I think, small. There you go. But I don't want it that small. I want it a tiny bit bigger.
Tiny bit bigger, yeah.
right?
That makes
Okay, so
sense.
now I have a character, but the problem is that the protagonist has a blue dress and I want her to have a red dress. This is covered in another course, but I'm going to show you right here how to switch the colors, right? First, I want to change the group editor. And then in here, I don't want to order it by sprite names. Instead, I want to switch it by the color, the actual color. So I'm going to click on outer color group, press OK. Press again, press OK, because not OK, full. There you are. There you are. I want to group by color. There you go. And then I press process. It's OK. Now, all I have to do is select the blue ones and switch them to red.
Right.
So all of this is blue, right? Oh no, I'm done with this. I'm going to now click on the adjustments, close, and then select this blue and then switch it to
Right.
I'm just going to have the same amount of saturation, etc. And just double click and then bring this all the way to the red, which the hue is 359. So that's the only parameter I'm going to switch. The hue 359. And then I believe that's going to be almost it.
It's good. It's good.
But this one is going to be, instead of being like this, is going to be really
Lighter.
dark.
Oh,
I'm going to put it darker for her dress. Do I like it? No, I want it a tiny bit more dark. There you go. I'm going to use that same color. Let me just save this color. Copy. And then select this. And then change the base to red. And then this one, the back, also to... So you can see I'm adjusting so, like everything is being adjusted so fast, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then 359. And then finally this is going to have...
It's going to be the dark color.
Yeah. And also this one needs to be with...
Yeah, the darker color.
Mark, sorry, could you just go back to where did you find that color adjustment tool?
Ah, yes. Yeah.
I didn't see that.
I found it with my mind. You just concentrate and you get it. But if you are a normal human being, then this is how you can do it. Let me show you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, actually, if at any point you have any questions, do interrupt me, right? Because my main priority here is for you to learn, not for me to teach, but for you to learn, right? Michael, you have your hand raised?
Yeah, I had a question because I actually tried that method sort of before, but I was using my own drawings.
Yeah.
And instead of like sprites that already exists in Cartoon Animator, and I found out that everything was working except for the pupils. Like when I was moving the facial puppet, like the eyes, the pupils were not moving. Is there, like, I don't want to overtake the class or anything like that, but do you have a quick fix for when we're using our own sprites so that the pupils work when we import them? Especially
I haven't faced that problem, but if you send me, like, I think we have enough time today. I just finished, right? Okay. But I mean, we have enough time. If you have that file, send it to me so I can check it out. Right?
Yeah, I think I solved it by opening it as a PSD, and then separating the pupils and the eyes and stuff like that. But the whole point of me importing it as a SVG is to not have it as a PSD, right? So like,
when it's SVG, we just need to wait for the next update that they're going to do for.
Okay. So like maybe I can redo it and show you what I meant because I took like the clown character
Yeah.
from like not don't read too much into it there, but I took the clown character to replace it with my own character as me, and like I said, everything works except for the pupils. So maybe I'll send that to you. I'll redo it and send it to you to show you what I mean.
Yes, and the thing is, when you do that with original characters, you
Mhm.
have to make extra sure that the exact size goes perfectly. Like they are the two characters that you're going to be swapping, they have to be the exact same size, and the eyes are properly rigged on the original, right? So when you add them, like I'm going to show you one. Let me show you one that I did. And first I had some challenges, but then I was able to do it properly. Let me hopefully I don't embarrass myself by showing something that won't work. So this this is the character, right? I'm going to add the eyes that I designed. So I go to content, I go to custom, and then head eye. These are made by me. These are compatible with, yeah, look at that. Okay, so for this, I do need to make the eyes bigger.
Yeah.
I'm going to by the way, if I want the exact size on the other adjustment, I just copy this number, 139. So I go here,
That's cool,
139.
isn't it?
Yeah.
And make sure the link is selected, because if not, you'll have weird.
Yeah, like in my case,
that-
it was like this. I just input it on both, like this, right? So if I go back, and also Sophia, you have your hand raised. We're going to go with you in a sec. And I do this. Let's see if, yeah, the eyes are working perfectly. Look at that.
Cool.
But if you choose just the pupils, do they work?
Yes, I can clear this and then just the pupils.
And was this an SVG?
This
right?
was SVG, yes.
So what is it in the like? Is it the layering? Because I follow the same layering. Like what is it in the SVG that you did so that it recognizes it as a sprite?
Yeah,
If-
okay.
if you don't
That
mind me-
is like, instead of me giving you an answer, I can send you the file. That's
Oh,
actually
okay.
this is going to be something that we cover on
Oh,
another
okay.
day. Right?
Okay, I'm
So-
sorry.
but yeah, this is good. It's a valid question. It's something that we're going to cover in here in day
Oh.
5.
Level
Right.
5. Okay.
We need to
Okay.
first do a study of character design before designing anything, and make sure that our size it's the same size as that one, right? When we design. But the problem is, some character, like I designed for SVG character,
Yeah.
right? And this is PSD.
Mhm.
So that was a challenge, and I had to kind of go back and forth until I got it right. Okay, so I want to share with you some of the insights that I got after my stress testing. Okay, so, but basically, this is how it looks. So tests, then it was level 5. Let me
Mark,
see.
you're still showing day 5 design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pinchy mark out time.
It was a test. You passed. Very good. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. And so I believe this is the one, the rig.
There you go.
And honestly, rigging in SVG is so painfully difficult.
Is it?
Yes, it is. Like,
Yeah, I did a lot of swearing when I was first learning it. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
like,
like
honestly, I would say stay away from this if you don't have the patience, right? But yes, it looks like this in the normal, and then you have to have it like this, like iris, eye white, mask, and all of that inside this, and all of that inside this, and all of that inside this, and all of that. So the challenge with this is that you cannot do this. Like, I don't recommend using your own, like let me like that is why also why I could not create rigging accelerators for this, because look,
Mm.
I cannot, if I do this, I go layer 1, I'm going to do an exact duplicate of this, right? And then I do this image, and this is called image, and then it's called eye, right? And then I put a new layer inside there called eye. For some weird reason, even though it's an exact duplicate, this is not going to work. I tested it and it was so annoying. You can see that it's an exact replica of the iris.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did too. When I just because what I did is I saved each part individually afterwards
Yeah.
to import it, and that's exactly what I did. Is I copied the format, and
So-
when I imported it, it wasn't working. Like you said.
Instead, what you
Yeah.
want to do is this. Let me just go to, where is it? I need to get the link and send it to you. Links. Okay, this link. It's because it's not obvious. Custom character creator. There you go. Customize your own 2D character. Download the template and then use the SVG template.
Yeah. Use that
Right.
template. Yeah.
So I'm going to share this link in the chat for anyone who needs this.
Okay.
And also I'm going to put it on the resources.
Oh dear.
There you go. Right, there you go.
Okay.
So definitely this is incredibly useful, because once I was like, why? I have no idea. And well, actually I do know why. It's because there's a difference between layer, like path groups and layers. Those are
Yeah.
different. But
Oh god.
freaking Illustrator shows you exactly the same. There's no difference visually. And I'm like, exactly, that's what my face, Livia, exactly. Like,
I'm downloading
I
it
was
now.
like, why? And it's because the translation to SVG, when you open an SVG, you actually get code. It's code, right? So you translate all that image, you translate it into code. Let me show you how that code looks like. Right here, the SVG. I'm going to open the SVG, this one. Right click, open with brackets. And this is basically what you get in. This is the code. Look at that. A bunch of points and color codes like this. So Illustrator doesn't have any problems, but once you translate a layer or a path group, you translate it into code, they are different. So that's where it gets challenging, right? And that is why they are struggling so much in getting this, like being able to give you the power to go back and forth. They are still struggling, but they are getting close in nailing it. It's like, my users, why do you need to change colors? And it's because we need it. It's so required, right? So yeah. But once they're still struggling with that, but hopefully I was able to answer your question?
Yeah. I'll try to keep doing.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out eventually. I'm sure,
That-
but or at the new at the other
Yeah,
class. that you're gonna do.
honestly, you don't have to figure it out. Instead, use the template. Like you open, no, not this. Let me see, Revolution templates. This is when you download the Revolution templates, you go here, and then you get for Illustrator, CorelDRAW, Affinity Designer. So what you do is you open the human, for example, and then the human with bone hand side, human with spread. I think it's this one. So basically
one.
what you do is you take this and then
Fill
just
that in.
bring the iris, but you have to replace this one, not that
Yeah.
one. This one is the one that needs to be replaced.
Yeah.
So basically, once I had everything,
Bless
sorry, I took all these paths, these 3 paths right here, and those go and replace this one.
Mm.
So in here, you cannot have a group. You have to have paths
Yeah.
for it to work. Don't worry, everything in here will, like Cartoon Animator is going to treat all of this as a single layer. Does that make sense? And all of this is
Mm.
going to be one normal eye. Okay, but I can. Okay, so hopefully, let me. I need a quick break. I need to go to a restroom. If you want, you can. We can take a 5-minute break. How about that? You can go get
Okay.
some tea, some snacks.
I
Okay.
think Sophia had a question too, though. I think,
Sophia, yeah, you had raised a little bit.
Oh, thank you, Michael. Actually, wasn't a question. I just wanted to make a comment saying, when I do the swap in, I still take the extra step in composer mode and do the 360 head to make sure that on each angle, the eyes and the nose, the hair is in the right position, because sometimes, because you're using different types of characters or packages, and the
Yeah.
eyes will be off sometimes when you go, different angles.
Yeah.
Or so it's
Yeah,
still
be
take,
off.
I'm going to show how that is done. Hey, Ariadna.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Look, and no, you're not seeing double. They are twins. Okay, I'll be back.
Okay.
So
Well,
yeah, we're taking a short
recess.
recess. Yeah, 5 minutes. Just
Yeah,
so you
okay,
can
no
get
worries.
a cup of tea, snack, go to the restroom.
We can talk as well, can't we?
You can talk as well. Okay, I'll be back.
Okay. A sound. Okay. Oh God. Hi guys. How is everybody? All right? Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good. I come on the earlier one with Sophia and Mike usually. So, but I'm disabled and I'm trying to do something different because I do a YouTube channel and I play music and I do other stuff, and I want to do some higher end images for my animations that I do. That's why I'm doing it. I have done some rigs before, which I've done with PSD files, but I use Affinity Designer. So, and I've been creating with them, and I had a group which I've got about 7,000 members on a while back, and then the guy who actually created the group kicked me off there because he didn't like some of the videos I was creating because it was better than his. So I've started my own group up, but I've only got about 20 odd on there at the moment. But I ain't had time to do it because I'm busy doing all this stuff. So, anyway, that's my story. Right. I hope you all enjoy this. I enjoy it. I've been with Mark quite a while, really, because I started on Cartoon Animator 4 years, a few years back. So, yeah. So I know him quite well. He's pretty good. So, yeah. Right. No,
British
good
accent's
stuff.
throwing me off a little bit. I will say that because I've seen a few tutorials of his, and he had a completely different accent, so that's kind of a little weird for me.
Well, I
Yeah.
think he's trying to
He's trying to learn
practice.
lots of accents. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
trying
yeah,
to learn a
he's
lot.
trying to-
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
for me, this is going to be good because I'm trying to. I own an indoor playground as well, in
Okay. Yeah.
Canada, up in Quebec, Canada, where I live, and I
Cool.
created the characters, and I'm trying to do animated stuff, and I was using character animator before, but it's very limited. I find it's good, but I find it very like now they introduced motion libraries, but they're not as good as the ones in Cartoon Animator. So.
No.
I kind of that's why I'm switching over to Cartoon Animator right
Cartoon
now.
Animator is the best one I've found.
Yeah. But you know, because I pay for the suite because I'm a graphic artist, right? So I was like, I'll try this because it's free. Well, not well, you know, free, but you know, I so far they've been the only thing I wish Cartoon Animator had, honestly, is onion layering, which I find it weird that an animation the thing doesn't have onion layering, right? Because that should be basic.
Essential.
Yeah, it should be essential when it comes to animation, especially if you're trying to do your own animations, right? You want to, you know, if you're reading all these books and stuff like that by Aaron Blaise and all these people, and you're trying to learn how to create it, you know, it's an essential part to know, you know, where characters are, you know, to do your main images and do the in-betweens afterwards and stuff like that. But I think the libraries kind of or you know, kind of
Skipping.
yeah. But sometimes the fun is in creating your own, you know, styles of animation as well. So that's mostly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to mix and match the different library stuff. Like, I don't know if you saw the character that I posted in the group. Like he's a lot more animated than the original one, and like Mark's seen my old videos, but in the rigging group, it's my first test with cartoon animator, and I'm trying to mix and match the libraries to create my own type of movements, right? Because I don't. Because
how do I find you? How do I find you?
Oh, it's in the rigging.
Rigging Mastery one.
Yeah. The group you created, rigging Cartoon Animator 5, rigging.
That's right. Yeah.
Like long time ago.
No. Right there. If you go up or down, I'm not sure, but it's the rigging group. There you go.
Yeah, that is good with that one.
If you go,
okay.
That one right there. See, yeah, that's the new. You saw my old videos, Mark. So like that's. The new way that he's gonna look, kind of.
Yeah, I think that
yeah.
works. Yeah,
pretty cool. Yeah,
it's kind of skipping though, but right now, I don't know if it, but but I don't want to use just the library animations, right? Because then if everybody does that, then they all kind of resemble each other.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's right.
So that's why I really wish onion layering was there.
Which, by the way, which is also why Sophia invested in getting more motions. Like the dancing is not the typical dancing from there. It's another dancing motion, right? So I believe it was 3D. Sophia, it's not to hear from the rest.
No, she's gone somewhere.
No. So let me cover really quick what Sophia mentioned. Because when you do the swapping, you want to make sure, like, instead of rushing it, the process of swapping is so fast that it's good to take some time to just make sure that whatever you're putting together is working correctly.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a good idea to test the eyes, for example. Like test the eyes. Let's see if they work. Yeah, they work. So I'm going to show you how to test it and fix it in case it doesn't work, right?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Let me go here.
Mark,
sorry?
That I missed. The changing the color. I wanted to know where to go. Remember?
Yes, thank you. Yeah. So the color, again, is something that I cover in another program.
Okay.
But I'm going to show you really quick in here. Just go have the character and make sure you are in composer mode. I'm opening it here. I'm now in composer, right? Okay. Now that I'm in composer mode, there's two buttons right here. One is group editor, and the other one is the color adjustment.
Color adjustment above it.
The first one allows me to decide what type of group do I want. Right, so make sure like to make this work, make sure you're not on sprite, you are on full, and then outer color group, and then you can group the colors by color or by sprites. This is useful if I want to change all the reds. But what if I want to have this part red and the lower one, I don't know, like black,
And not black, yeah.
right?
Then you do sprites, yeah.
Or a really dark gray, then I use sprites.
Yeah.
So in my case, I wanted the whole thing to just be red, plain and simple. So I
Thank
just
you.
use that, cancel, and then once I had that, I just click on the
Color.
above color adjustment, and
Yeah.
then yeah, close. And I just select elements. But look, when I can select this, it shows that it has more layers that are actually hidden. That is good to know.
Mm.
So in my case, I could have this character. Let me just close this. And I could have black. Maybe she could be wearing black. How do you call this?
Tights.
Tights, yeah. Black tights. So if we can do actually that right now. Let's go to full and then auto group, color by sprites, and then process. It's going to reset. And then I'm going to select, okay, that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to adjust. Not that. That's for the arm, for example. Left arm, by the way. Yeah, this is all of this is for the hip. All of that's for the arm, forearm, left hand. None of that. None of that. Face, left eye, right eye,
Right
nose.
eye.
None of this. I
All the
want
way
to
down
go
to the
to the
bottom.
legs. Thigh. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
I want to change this. So left thigh, this is going to be red thigh, right? But I need to, it has to be left red thigh.
Yeah.
Then this other group. Red left 2, left red thigh 2. And then this one, the shank. No, I'm going to leave the shank to keep it simple. Also the foot,
Yeah.
I'm going to, and then this one.
You need the right thigh, yeah.
Yeah, like right red thigh. 1 and then 2. Perfect.
Yeah.
Now I'm ready. I can go here, close it, and then go to here, and then select, where is it? It was on the thigh.
Yeah.
Now I can select this one, and I want this to be black. And then this one. Look, when I select, this is the outline, right? And opacity is 0%. I'm going to bring the opacity 100%. And then this one is that one. So it's going to be not entirely black, but kind of really dark
red.
Right?
Yeah.
Now this is still the outline. Is it? What is it? Oh yeah, there it is. Do I like it? Maybe not that dark, maybe less. I'm going to save this color. Let me see how it looks. I'm going to select something else.
Yeah. Oh.
It's because I kind of want to select, for some reason, I still have, this is not, is this behind or what's going on here? The opacity is 100%, 100%. Now I'm going to select this. Okay, there you go. The change applied. Let me go to, this is the right thigh.
Yeah.
And this one is going to be black. And then this one, opacity 100%. And then this one is going to be this.
That's it.
And then make sure it's 100%. So look at that. Now I have a character that, like, it's different now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is this making sense, Chrissy?
Yeah. Thank you.
All righty.
So this we can do in Photoshop.
I didn't use Photoshop at all. I haven't used Photoshop. Everything is happening inside Cartoon Animator. That's why vectors are so important. And that's why I'm so waiting so eagerly for the pipeline on
update. Yeah.
SVG. So I can go
Yeah.
back and forth. Like, let me draw instead of the star. Like I want to draw something else, like a bunny, right? Or something.
Mhm.
I want to be able to do stuff. Okay, so, or
Okay.
a tiger, actually, if she's
Mm.
evil.
Rawr.
Okay, so,
Tony the Tiger.
Tony the great.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now that I added the eyes, these are eyes that I created. Before I go and do, yeah, I'm done. No, I'm not done. I want to do a quick test. This is what Sophia mentioned.
Yeah.
I open this. Let me just go slower. I
So, you
open
know.
this, right? And by the way,
Mhm.
probably everything is super small. I forgot to put this in HD. Let's put it in HD. HD, yay. I hate it like that, but it's good for streaming.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that I have this, I'm going to click on this one to
Yeah,
test the
bottom one.
360 head. Now this, you can see that there's an in-between step. For my quick test, look at how the mouth is going outside. This is
Yeah.
not good.
No, it's
This
no
is
good.
not good. What's happening with the, hey, what's going on? Something wrong
Yeah,
with
it's
her.
too far out on it. Yeah.
This one is correct.
But
I
that
don't like
one's
this
wrong.
one,
Yeah.
right? So I would manually adjust this angle because I don't like it. Actually, you know what? This one is going to be this one too. Okay, so
Mm.
let me copy that one. Copy.
Makes sense.
And then from here to here. And then select this, the toggle head turn layout, and remove this one from the middle. Press OK, and then click there. Now, look at that. I just fixed the problem.
Cool.
Right? The eyes, do I like how the eyes go from here, the separation of the eyes? And then in here, they kind of get together. But I feel like this has to be a tiny bit more like this, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Right?
You do it on the other side as well then, don't you?
And they're the same in here. I make it smaller.
Yeah.
Now, when I move to the sides, something that I don't like in Cartoon Animator now is it doesn't constrain. I cannot constrain the movement. In Photoshop, you can hold shift and it moves perfectly horizontal or perfectly vertical. You cannot do that in here. So instead, I can move the eye with this, with the arrows in here, or just lock this 145 and then move this a little bit to the side and make sure that I just paste that same number. Actually, it was a perfect movement there. Look at that.
Cool.
Now it's fixed. Do I like it when she looks up? Do I like it? It's okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad. Let's look down. There's something
might-
with the eyebrows that I
yeah,
don't
the
like.
eyebrows.
So instead of moving the eyebrows, I'm going to move the eyes
Nice
a
down.
tiny bit
Yeah.
down.
Mm.
Let's see if that makes the
Try
trick.
see if that does. Yeah.
I mean, the eyes are kind of getting together. That's not good. So I'm going to make sure that they kind of keep the same separation, right? So
Distance.
I'm not going to fix the whole thing, but you can see that there are little twitches that I need to fix.
Yeah.
This little tinkering, it's much faster than rigging from scratch. Make sense? So still, the swapping technique is not, it's super fast, but is not magical. It doesn't do everything for you. You still have to do
tweaks.
Now, in this case, this tweak is because this is from an original character. Question, Sophia, did you need to do a lot of tweaking, or sometimes you didn't need to do tweaking?
Yes, I do need to do tweaking almost every time.
Ah, That's good to know. I don't have experience, so I love that you have that experience. I remember when I taught this technique to you some time ago, Sophia. I remember you went, and now I know why, because all my I can do tons of characters now. Yeah.
Yes, it was a game changer for me. Absolutely.
All right. Devel.
Yes. When you were doing the left and right, it looked like the eyes were getting crossed. The pupils weren't moving, or they were staying in the same.
Yeah.
Is there a way to adjust the pupils?
No, because it's changing when you distort it like this. You're not animating or rigging the pupils. The pupils are separate.
Okay.
And the pupils will change when you actually
Do the animation.
The animation. Yeah, you can change the pupils by itself in the animation.
Yeah, anytime. Like I can go here. Let me just illustrate. And have this character looking here. And if I felt like there was some crossed eye stuff, I can just move this eye. Let me select it and move this eye alone and look at us, right? Like, hello, Devel, are you there? Right. So yeah, don't worry about that because that's animatable. Does that make sense?
All right. Thank you.
Perfect.
Cool.
Any questions? I just finished covering the topic of today, just swapping. Swapping is incredibly fast, but it's not perfect yet. Hopefully later it will be perfect.
A few more updates.
Yeah. So any questions? We still have 1 hour, so I can go.
Actually, PSD will be much better. Actually, vector is much in PSD. Swapping eyes, nose, and hair, everything we can give it to vector. But in this PSD format now we have more customization. Vector is looking complicated. Yes.
The when you do it through PSD, that is no longer swapping. That is pre-made rigs. Like when those are the two methods that we cover. Basically, there's the swapping technique. Swapping.
Yeah, that's it.
The swapping technique, and 2 pre-made rigs. This happens inside Cartoon Animator 5. This happens inside a PSD editor or vector editor, right? SVG. Yes.
Actually, more customization we can give, dresses and all, everything as per our requirements are actually in PSD. That is more
like you could do the swapping here and then do extra adjustments in PSD. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah. You can totally do that. Now, of course, what we want is wait for this. I mean, not wait for now. Keep producing in PSD. I would strongly recommend just do any adjustments in PSD, like PSD. But later it's going to be able to be done in SVG. Yes, Devel?
No, I guess I just didn't turn my hand off. Sorry.
That it was the same hand. Devel. And then 5 minutes later. Yes, Devel. Devel, yeah. I'm so glad that the hand is virtual, because if it was real, you will get like
pain in the neck, pain in the shoulder.
You would have the shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay, so no questions. If not, I could cover more stuff. Yes, Tony?
I've got a question about connecting Affinity Designer to CTA 5, because I've got Affinity Designer 2, right? And for some reason it's not connecting. It keeps on saying It's putting up a box like help box on that.
Why do you believe? What do you think? Do you know? Do you know the difference between Affinity Designer and Affinity Photo?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I've got both of them.
Yeah, me
Hey,
too.
Mark, I might be able to help with this one.
Yes.
So for Affinity, because I have Affinity Designer and Affinity Designer 2. So the reason why Cartoon Animator can't find Affinity Designer 2 is because Affinity Designer 2 is like a Windows 11 app. It's not like a regular Windows like program that you install. So it's like, so it doesn't have, you know how you have like an exe file to link to?
Yeah.
So Affinity Designer 2 doesn't have that. It's like some other format. So that's why Cartoon Animator can't find it.
Oh, right. So I was told to get an MSI file, which I did download and I tried that and it still don't work with that.
I mean, I haven't done like a lot of testing with it, but I know for at least like with Illustrator and Affinity Designer 1, it looks for like that exe, that .exe file.
Yeah.
But Affinity Photo 2 doesn't have that. Like I think it's a APPX or something like that.
Oh God. Yeah. So
Okay.
tried to screw everybody up with it.
But I
Okay,
was going
thank you
to.
for that.
I didn't know that, but I was going to say another thing. Designer is SVG.
Hmm.
Photo is PSD.
Yeah.
I would say
PSD for both though.
But I didn't know that it was for Windows 11. I don't have Windows 11. I wait a long time to.
I mean, it's for Windows 10 too, but you know how like Windows have like those like
apps.
Metro apps? Yeah.
Well, in Affinity 2, there is an exe file.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a designer2.exe. However, when you trace through the ulterior path to get to it, it doesn't want to open it because it says it can't find it through Windows. So there's some sort of security in there that you're going to have to enable if you want it to actually get to that file. There is an exe for the 2 and for the Photo 2. It's just that they made it so that it works as an app and you can't really get to it because, well, Windows 11 kind of messes all that up in Windows 10.
Yeah.
That is so annoying.
That's so annoying, yeah.
Because it'd be nice to push those buttons.
Yeah, it would. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so Tony, this is something that happened recent, or have you never been able to link it even when with version?
Well, when it was version 1, I linked version 1, no problem. Version 2 is the problem, yeah. So I've still got version 1 anyway, so I can use version 1 if necessary. But it's just a bit of a pain.
Then the problem is exactly that what Mike and Elijah are saying. Elijah, am I pronouncing your name?
There are 3 paths to get to that exe file, and it won't let you connect to it any one of those 3. It doesn't matter.
Wow. Really. Okay. No, that's all right. I can use 1 then. I'll use version 1 for that. That's no problem.
Right.
Okay.
That is incredibly
just annoying.
It is.
Okay. Any other questions?
What about the YouTube? Are you gonna do anything else with the YouTube that you was gonna do before?
The YouTube? Sorry?
Yeah. You know, you was doing the YouTube class before. Are you gonna start doing anything else with that? You know, doing the YouTube.
Sorry, I'm not understanding correctly. Can you repeat it slowly?
Yeah, you know, the YouTube that you was doing before with the Art Wars that you was doing, are you going to do anything else with that in the future?
Then you're talking about specific project that I was working on or what?
Yeah, well, the art was when you was doing the
I remember the sessions we were having about the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Okay. I am putting pause on that thing because I need to focus specifically on things that attract traffic. And that's part of another class of the YouTube class. But anyone here has a YouTube channel?
Besides me.
Ah,
Yeah,
so
I
many
do.
people.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
good. We all do. Good.
Yes, sir.
Most of us do. Good.
Okay, so I could. Oh yeah, Kashvi, I believe you send your channel recently. Okay, so I can share why I am not continuing that. I can share why, because
Okay.
I don't want to decide, like my decisions are not made due to the things that I like, that I prefer. It's what my audience prefers, what brings the most traffic, right? So that is something that made Mr. Beast. When we talk about YouTube and we want to, like, who's the biggest YouTuber of all time? Mr. Beast, right? That guy, 100 million subscribers. It's insane.
Insane.
Now, there's a lot of people who hate the way his videos are done. My brother is like, oh, I cannot stand that guy. I hate him so much. Like, screaming. And I'm like, no, but I mean, it's so exciting, isn't it? No, it's not. It's so annoying for him. He's so annoying. No, but look, he helps a lot of people. And then he's going, I don't care. He's still annoying for me. I'm like, okay. So the point is, that guy got to become super big. Even though a lot of people don't like him, he's still incredibly big. And it's only because, according to Daryl Eves, he was incredibly cold in data analysis. He wouldn't take like, but daddy, I want this to be cool. No, it's like the audience is saying, this is not cool. This is cool. Do more of what works. Do less of what doesn't work. So, having that into account, I'm going to show you a decision that I made.
Okay.
And you some behind the scenes.
Cool.
Like this is like probably it has to do with the competition and the opportunity. It also has to do with that. Well, like where can you get the most views? If I compare two videos, this is the latest, which was incredibly expensive to produce, and this one, which was incredibly cheap to produce, right? You can see that the performance in this one is one of the worst performing videos in terms of views. Compared with this one, you can see that in the first 20 hours, the first day, the performance was insanely huge.
High, yeah.
And then I sent an email. That email got me more views. That this is boom, this boost came from emails. But this, without me putting anything, I got so many views. So my answer to you is I'm canceling it because sadly, this are topic that I'm passionate about. Helping students become like from here to here in 10 days. That is incredibly exciting for me, but I don't have a niche. YouTube does, like, the audience, wherever I'm posting this video, like this is not for lack of trying. YouTube has shown my video 2,000 times. It has printed like, hey, you can click here, but they don't click. I only get 3%, 3.7% of the clicks.
Right.
And in this one, I get almost 8% of the clicks. And it has to do with pre-made rigs. What? Pre-made? Yes, I don't want to be doing rigs. And now I'm going to show you something crazy. By the way, I'm so glad that Livia and Elijah and Sophia, you guys are here, because you're going to see something crazy. Look at this: 11% of the videos, of the views, come from this video. Dean Martin and Petula Clark, Happiness Medley. What is this video? I'm going to show you that video. It's insanely funny. It has nothing to do with Cartoon Animator. Let me show it to you. Look, it's just this guy singing to her.
Oh, he's a good singer.
Yeah, like
He's a good singer.
this is
Dean
telling
Martin.
me something. This is telling me I should use this type of music. Let me share. I'm going to unmute just so you can hear a little bit. So it's insane that I'm getting traffic from here. Now, if I put this copy and I open like I'm going to open YouTube. But no, wait, I'm going to compare. Let me do a comparison. I'm going to open an incognito. For anyone, any normal user, there's no, I don't see my video here. Do you see it?
No.
The rigging is not there. Huh.
It's showing it.
It doesn't show it to everybody. It shows it. Look, this is my account. It's showing me the Super Mario Galaxy. Yeah.
Mark, we're
Can't
not
see nothing.
You're not sharing your screen. We're still seeing Dean Martin.
Yeah. It's another picture of our
Can you see?
moment.
Yeah.
Now we can see.
Okay, then thank you. Look, let's compare again. In here, you can see that my video is nowhere in there. Nowhere in there. But if you go to my account, you're going to see that there's Johnny Cash. What? Because I heard that music some time ago. Matt TV, I look at some comedy. I ordered pizza, a video by Mr. Beast. And then this pianist, right? So it's showing Comic-Con stuff because I watch stuff about Comic-Con, right? And so only in here, and by the way, now it's not showing me the rigging video. Some time ago, I was sharing this with another friend, the Lego movie, because I was listening to some music. But as you can see, it's showing me videos from Mr. Beast. It's showing me that has nothing to do with it. But it's crazy because it's telling me something about my audience. My audience, some part of my audience likes that type of music.
Yeah.
So in my next videos, you're going to see me use that type of music. And I know that they're going to like it because some people go with this, right? Like it was, so very interestingly enough, that is recommended for people watching that video who also watch some stuff related to Cartoon Animator. And that 11%, I get 11% of the views, right?
Yeah.
So I thought it was crazy. Right?
Funny you come from that one though.
Yeah. And so this, like most of my views come from this. This is our tutorial. Let's see. This tutorial, I believe, is it from Gary Partner?
Cartoon Animator.
This is from Box Sales. So people who are watching this video from Box Sales, they get the recommendation to my video, right? So this guy is getting a lot of views, but he's also giving me a lot of views. So this is related. And I look at this and then, oh, I want to see what he's doing and the type of animation and tutorial that he's doing so I can create more content like this. Basically, the videos recommending me, I want to do more videos like that. And so the point is, I want to stop doing stuff that doesn't perform well, which, by the way, all of these graphs are graphs that come from my own videos. It has nothing to do with the videos from the internet. These are videos from myself. So these stats come from me. Right? My typical videos, when I post something, typically in the first 20 hours, in the first day, I get between 100 and 160 views, right? And then usually I send an email and it can increase to 400. right? Depending if I send an email or not. But this one, in the first couple of in the first day, got 400 views, right? So I need to do more of that,
Yeah.
right?
Makes
Okay,
sense, yeah.
Elijah. Elijah just figured out how to. Okay, Elijah, if anyone here has Affinity Design or Affinity Photo?
I have Affinity Designer and Photo.
Affinity Design. Okay, so some of you. So I think I don't use Affinity. I have it installed.
Yeah.
Honestly, I only bought it for my students so I could give support, but I don't use
Feedback,
it
yeah.
at all.
Yeah. Ah, okay.
So Elijah, maybe you could take 5 minutes to show us how you did it.
Okay. Let me
If you
see.
can share the screen, if that's possible.
Yeah. Let me see. Just
Green button at the bottom. Yeah.
okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So what I did was, so I'll do Affinity Photo. No, that's Designer. And I hope it comes up. Yeah. Okay.
Affinity Design.
So once it comes up, you're gonna want to go to Control Panel. I mean, not Control Panel. Task Manager.
Manager.
So you can just press on Control Shift Escape.
Yeah.
And then you want to click this arrow, and then you want to click this, and then you want to right click it, and you want to go Open File Location.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Ah.
Ah.
And then you
That's
can
it
just
then.
click up here, and that'll give you the path.
And then put that in the
Genius.
Well
Really?
done. Yeah, really well done.
And you
Cool.
say, I think it might just open it now because I linked it, but yeah.
No, you have to go to composer mode.
I did?
Yeah, because those are creating new elements. You have to you have the character selected, go to composer mode.
I know. I was just trying to set it up so that it goes to like I was trying to choose
yeah.
my
Ah,
SVG.
You have to go
nice.
into preferences now, yeah,
Yeah.
on Cartoon Animator 5 and put the link in there.
Yeah. Now you can launch it as PSD at the bottom. But yeah, look at that. Yeah. That should launch it in vector element is going, yeah, it's going to be turned into PSD. But yeah, very well done. Yeah.
And you said, Mark, that soon we'll be able to launch it as vectors as well soon?
Yes,
Not
quote
PNGs.
unquote soon.
SVGs, yeah.
All right.
I was told the developers told me that they look at that. Now it's there. Woo.
Oh, cool. Well done.
Perfect.
That was a photo, though. It doesn't matter.
Hey Tony, did
Either
you
one of them.
were you able to link it on yours or?
I should be able to link it on doing that.
Now there's
I'll
something
try
very
it.
important. I want to comment on something important in here because
Yeah.
Kashvi, I remember that you mentioned, yeah, you can change the colors, but also you can customize further with PSD editor. Yes, you can, but careful because once you customize in PSD editor, you cannot change the colors again inside Cartoon Animator because it transforms it into an image, into PSD, right? Later, when we have the update where you can go back and forth between us SVG, now it doesn't matter. You can keep changing the colors. Does that make sense?
It's fixed in PSD.
Yeah, but
Color wise.
yeah, like if your characters are in PSD, then you have no problems.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Okay, just wanted to note that for those of you working with vectors and not PSDs. Okay. Okay, so any other questions? We still have half an hour.
Yeah, well, I want to know about this YouTube, right? I've found that I've got a program called, an app called Nextdoor on my phone. Now on there, it's telling me I'm getting 300 views for each video I'm getting, right? On Nextdoor. But it's not showing them on YouTube.
Then those stats are lying. It's not
Yeah.
precise. Like the
Yeah.
ones that count are the ones on YouTube. right?
Yeah.
Like if I have something that is helping me with metrics and it tells me, Mark, you have 20,000 views, I don't get excited because if I go to the actual analytics, this is the real deal, 1,000 views, like 2,000 views. Now this one in the first, let's compare these two videos. This video has been out for how much? I'm going to compare how many views. Actually, before I sent the email, it was 1 day, 10 hours, 400 views in 1 day,
Pretty
10
good.
hours.
Yeah.
And then look,
Then it
this
went
is
down.
4 times less. And I can tell you, this was 4 times more expensive.
And you,
I struggled, like I had
Yeah.
much fun creating this other video. And I invested so much. Guess what? The audience doesn't care.
No.
Now, I mean,
Don't
when
care.
I say the audience, I say the majority of the audience, because they are most likely they are clicking on something else. Let's see what that means. It means that in here, let me go to reach and go to how to create a clay character stop motion, right? That is one of the videos recommending my content. So if I go here, not here, I go to here. YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find my video. So there's people watching this video, right? And then let's see if my video is recommended in here. Let's see. I don't see it. But I see similar content, right?
Yeah.
I don't see my video.
Is there ways for you to know if maybe it's just the title or the like the picture that you're using that's just not as enticing rather than the actual topic?
Yes, for that you need a paid tool for that. Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to answer that question. But look, this is people trying to do animation, and then some people, if they want to draw, they prefer to click on this one, how to draw fight scenes, right? This one has 3.7 million. So that is telling me, okay, this video is incredibly good.
Doing well. Yeah.
So it's performing much better than me. Look at the thumbnail and what it is about. How to draw fight scenes. Okay. And then this one, how to draw a pretty face in real time. What? Right? So what I could tell you in 56,000 views, I can tell you the people who this video is being recommended to, they are clicking on the competition and not on my videos, because they are not interested in, by the way, this is only because I watch SNL Saturday Night Live clips. I watched this one and it was very funny. So basically, it's good to know this, that look at the type of thumbnail and what am I using. And so for that, answering your question, yes, for that you do an A/B test. I'm testing these two thumbnails, right? This one, nailed it. And then like me doing an ugly drawing, so happy, right? And then this before and after, right? And and the title is The Blasphemy of Beginners Drawing Like Pros in 10 Days. It's not catchy. I have more like right now I'm only testing this. I'm going to keep testing until I increase the click-through rate to be 8%, right? But basically you do testing and this costs, I believe, like $20 to $30 a month. I don't remember how much, but it's the TubeBuddy, right? I mean, if you have YouTube and you're serious about it and you want to get the best of it and get like the biggest click-through rate, you definitely need this. Like, for example, I have tested this and I haven't found many differences between these. Right now, the testing that I'm doing is these two, right? But it has to be statistically significant.
Yeah.
This is not too much of a difference. It has to almost double. This has to be like maybe 10%, and this has to be 20. Or maybe this one has to be 5, and this one has to be 10.
And that's a TubeBuddy that allows you to do the A/B testing
Yes,
itself? Okay.
TubeBuddy. And it's incredibly easy. You just click on create test, and I can select any of the, usually the text, the videos, the latest videos you have uploaded. So I could take the speed rigging, for example, and then select like what test do I want to test? Do I want to test the thumbnail, or do I want to test the title?
The metadata, yeah.
Right? Metadata is the title tags, etc. But the recommendation is test only one thing at a time. Otherwise, you won't know what's working. Right? So yeah, the answer to that question is I have had these 3 thumbnails. None of those thumbnails are like performing
good enough.
Better. Like it's like a flip of a coin. There's no statistical significance. Right?
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Try in the title, put in something that the customer or the viewer is going to want, like double your revenue with blah blah blah.
Yeah, but I mean, the problem is the video is already created. I can only put a title that the video delivers on that promise.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
but
So,
you want to get something in there, because I do a lot of this stuff with the cybersecurity. It's not about the technology. It's not about any of this stuff. It's about how are they going to save money, or how are they going to make more money.
Yeah.
That's what they're interested in. So if you put that into the title of what's in it for them, they're going to make huge money by learning how to fast rig.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that tip. So
this helps them, yeah.
But again, I actually tried that. Like you can get a free scholarship with us, like $1,000. One of the worst performing videos. So I stopped talking about the scholarship
to them. That's just something like, oh, okay, but it's not going to do anything for them. They want money. They want to earn money.
I cannot give them money, right?
No, you're not giving them money.
No, but let me
by
put it this way.
Watching them, they're not going to. You're not giving them money. You are going to teach them how they can
How to
make
make
money.
I can tell you really quick, from data, that talking about money or whatever it is, it doesn't work. What is working the best for me right now is saving the pain of rigging. Because of the opportunity. Because if I talk about money, I'm competing, for example, like make a lot of money, and then there's my video, and then there's another video by Ross Dross. I cannot compete with Ross Dross. So there also has to be another element called opportunity, where there's a lot of demand, but very few are serving that demand. In my case, that's my opportunity right there, which is rigging. Rigging in Cartoon Animator 5. There's a lot of demand, but really few tutorials about it, right? So definitely, yes, it has to be something related to a benefit, a clear benefit. The hook that I was going for, I learned this from my mentor, Ramit Sethi, that's one of the things. Another one is controversy. Controversy. Right? Controversy. Yeah. I was going the blasphemy, and it didn't work. It didn't work at all. And my video is not being shown on controversial videos. That's how Ethan Becker, if you see his videos, like why Ross Dross is wrong. What? You click there, like, who does he think he is? Especially if I admire Ross Dross. Like, I don't think, and then he says some pretty good points, like, And then at the end of the video, he basically said, like, he's not that wrong. But it's just like, he gets
taking the Mickey.
right? So I was going for controversy.
But isn't that
Controversy.
that kind of technique can be
Controversy.
a little bit dangerous as well, right? Because if you click on it and then at the end he's not
Yeah,
even
clickbait.
yeah,
Clickbaits.
he's not even following through on the idea that he presented, then you might not want to click again. Like I don't think Mark is necessarily like his whole idea is to be teaching, right? And learn and having us learn. If he all of a sudden started talking about us making money and we clicked on it and that's not really what he represents, I don't think that would be very helpful, right? Because people
Exact.
would
So in my case,
Yeah.
I don't. My target market has been people who do this more for fun than for as a career.
Yeah.
Like I know because I talk with my students. The point is, it's not about like money or not. The point is that what the Vel was talking about was a benefit. And yes, that is definitely something that I need to one type of hook. The one that I was going for in this one was the controversy, right? Later,
Controversy. Yeah.
I'm mispronouncing that one.
Controversy.
Controversy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Helene, you have your hand raised.
I think according to the FCC, you have to be careful about how you promise people they're going to make money with what you're going to show them.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I'm not sure what the rules are around that, but lots of people have disclaimers, you know, you can't do this and this and this and this, and you're not guaranteed to actually make money. So you can't promise people they're going to make money with what you show them. Otherwise the FCC will come after you, but I don't know the rules on it.
Yeah,
that's true.
But again, it's not about exactly the money making. What the Vel was saying was a benefit. In his case, he used an example that has worked for him.
Yeah, it's a benefit.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
Livia.
We were discussing the title, and there's this thing about controversy. You can say affect, like making this drawing in 10 days is impossible, but I did it anyway.
This little girl did it anyway. I like it. Yeah.
And you can do it too. So the person will click in the video to see how can I do this, because the person will be like scrolling down and what?
Yeah.
So it is kind of a controversy, but it is not a negative one. It's a surprise, like
no, and actually I do have data. I have a lot of data to later be able to be to create a controversy, right? Which is a lot of profession. Like by the way, I noticed that Latin American people the word is controversia. Controversy. So I noticed that you guys also mispronounced it. I was like, but in English it's controversy.
Controversy. Yeah.
Okay. I'm like
controversy. Yeah.
I burn a couple of calories when I controversy. But anyway,
are you learning the British version of English as well, which can also be very because there's certain words that are not pronounced exactly the same.
Yeah, I know.
Because I also just between Canada and even USA, sometimes there's just certain words that are not exactly pronounced the same. So it's got to be very difficult for you.
Like aluminum versus aluminium.
Aluminium. Wow.
Aluminium in English, yeah. Aluminium.
I don't know. I think maybe the next call we should all mask our voices and accents and just confuse Mark to death here. I could be talking and Lottie is in a.
Okay, so going back, I mean, this kind of turned into a YouTube call, but I mean, hopefully it's being useful, right? Yeah. Because one of the things that all of this conversation started because Tony, you asked, why am I not doing that anymore? Yeah. Because sadly, that was not working. It takes way too much of my time and it doesn't perform well. Okay. Like, I can use that energy and improve this video in perfecting the controversy, etc. Like test that idea Or I could use that same energy and use it on what brings me the biggest rewards.
Yeah.
And because I want to have 1 million subscribers as soon as possible in 1 year or 2 years or 5 years, I prefer to like go the faster route. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So
make
that's why
sense,
I'm going to pivot my content. Now, that video is going to be used for the Hussar method, right?
Okay.
So we're going to launch that course, and I'm going to launch a couple of videos about it, right? But they are not going to be as funny or as detailed as this one, because it was so much fun, but so expensive. And I'm not willing to do that.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Right? Does that make sense? So the main point is, it's not about like what I showed you is,
oh my God,
take something broken and make it less broken, but that's a waste of your time.
Yeah.
It's better to forget about this, select this one that performed really well, and instead I want to test and increase the click-through rate to 10%. That's my goal right now. I want this to perform at 10%. I want most people I want this to be irresistible. So I'm going to keep doing A/B testing until I see those, until I either do like 5 variations at least on the thumbnail and 5 variations of the title. This is the title right now. Fast animations without rigging. Answer pyramid rigs in the Cartoon Animator. What? Fast animations. Do I want to do fast animations? Right? So yeah, that's the main thing. Okay. So it's not a good idea to get it, like, it's more exciting probably like, oh yeah, but look, you can do this and you can do that. No, instead focus on here. Like, what videos are they watching? And then they click on mine, right? For example, let's do this analysis. This is one of my videos. This is good. So one of my videos refers to another one of my videos. Oh, look at this. How to animate AI generated images. Ooh, this is from Revolution, actually. Let's get to YouTube. Actually, I want to do it in this one because this is my premium account. Look, this video recommends mine, right? And this is from Revolution. This is a big channel. It has 7,000 views. So, by the way, I have this tool that also let me know the keywords that they are using. So, I can kind of, and then I scroll down. I'm looking for my video to see. There it is. It's suggesting it to me.
Oh, good.
Right? What other videos? I'm now going to look for videos that have more views than mine. Like, possibly if there's any with millions of views, that's only because I like that thing. 3,000. Oh, AI animation tutorial. Can I make a video about AI animation? Yes, I can.
Possibly, yeah.
Yes, I can. Right? This is giving me ideas. What else? Cartoon animated Spring Bones. This is from Podimate. Like, okay, so I can talk about. I can use almost the same Cartoon Animator tutorial, and then how to use rig spring bones fast, or how to animate a skirt with spring bones, right? Because that is something that my students have said. And then 1 out of 3 SVG, Illustrator SVG. And then what else is related to create animated AI? Oh my God, this is insanely big. For your business, I could totally teach them how to animate for their business.
Yeah.
Right? So you can see that all of this is giving me more ideas. And this is a better use of my time than stay with a losing video like this one. That's a mistake, by the way, an emotional mistake, because I loved doing that video. Any of you have seen it? I'm going to show my favorite part because I had so much fun. Sophia collaborated in that video.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to play a little bit. let me just. And by the way, before I continue, I saw a hand raised by Michael. Michael, you have a question.
It's me again. Sorry. But I actually have two questions regarding going back to the rigging animation and stuff like that. The first question I have is that are we going to have access to the previous rigging course that you did for Cartoon Animator 4 if we paid for the new rigging course?
No, but you can have like you. I've been getting that question a lot. So
Yeah.
what I'm going to do is kind of an upgrade because they complete each other. They are not the same, so they are different products, and they complete each other. So what I'm thinking is I can do a permanent discount for anyone who owns rigging in Cartoon Animator 4. You can get speed rigging, or if you got rigging mastery. I mean, or if you got speed rigging, you can get rigging mastery for a discount, right?
But I like, let's say I paid for the new rigging mastery already, right? The rigging mastery. Will I also get a discount on the rigging mastery 4? Because I paid for the new one. Okay.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
see.
So
Okay.
from the new one to the old one, I can give you a huge discount.
Yeah,
Okay,
that would.
okay.
Yeah.
And
Well,
sorry, I don't want to interrupt anybody.
The first you Michael, Michael Bacchus, you had two questions. Your second question, and then we go
the
with
other
Mike.
the other question is more of a technical on the technical side. Like once I've created my head, like just the head, right? Because and the SVG files that you showed us earlier, there's a template that's just the head, right? That's the talking head. How do you like? I know I discovered how to remove the head, which is I guess useful, but how do I replace it with the head I created? Like, because there doesn't seem to be an import head, and whenever I click on the plus, it kind of adds the head as a one single sprite and not as an actual head. So how do you import your own head onto the body of the character once you've removed it?
You have the head. The head worked perfectly. Now it's rigged.
Well,
we're talking
the
about
head
that?
was created in Illustrator, was the
Yeah.
SVG template, and now I have my character, right? And I removed the initial head because I wasn't happy with it, and I want to import the new head. But how do you import the new head? Like, what tools are you supposed to use?
Okay.
You have to import it as a prop down, or something.
Yeah, let me go to here. So let me save this as.
So I don't want it to take.
No, actually, this is on topic. The other ones, all the other things have been not on topic.
That was my fault. Sorry.
Test new one. Okay. So what you're asking is, now you want to take this, right?
Right. What I mean, there's an SVG file that's just a head, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I used.
Yeah, but let's say that this is that file, right?
Yes.
And then I want to take this face, right? Where is the face? This layer, this one, and I want to bring it. Well, the way I do it is I copy, go here, paste, and then just put it in place. And then I just remove.
Well, I actually meant in the Cartoon Animator itself. Like, let's say you go in like the
from the Illustrator to the Animator.
Okay, so my question is, do you have it already rigged and everything, and now it's in Cartoon Animator?
No, but do you want me to share my screen? Maybe that would make it easier. Let me go check here if there's a way. How do I share my screen in this?
There's buttons down at the bottom.
Green button.
Oh, there you go. couldn't be bigger. I just had to. Anyways. So yeah, if I share like Cartoon Animator here, let's say I have this person right here, right? But I'm not happy with. I don't know if you can see my screen.
Yeah.
But let's say like I'm like I don't want this face. I don't like it anymore. So I go in Face Editor and I go remove head, right?
Yeah.
But now I already have a head that I created somewheres in SVG that I saved as a template. Where do I go? Yeah.
There's an import SVG file to the left there, a button.
No, but I mean, the first thing is that the head, I can show you because I did that. Let me just, I'm going to share my screen. This one that I use for, where is it? Solution template. Did I use, let me use the test for the 360 head that I had. Oh no, actually, yeah, this one, okay, I used the whole body because I was using a body. But let's pretend that this rig, because there's this other rig that you're mentioning, right? Resolution templates, vector, and then the one that you used. First, you need to get it inside Cartoon Animator, right? I need to get this inside Cartoon Animator and make it work. That's the first step, right? Complete everything until I get this face into Cartoon Animator, right? So let's pretend that I already changed everything and this is ready. So I'm going to save this, export it as test, but I'm going to put it in here, play files, test, head. And then I go here. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Go here,
Top.
Create a new document. And then it's head, test head. So let's pretend that this, dang it.
Connector. Yeah.
Okay, so
That's it.
let's pretend that this is the thing and it's ready, it's already rigged, and then it looks to the sides, etc. Right now it's a mess. It's not going to be working really well. It's actually not that bad, but it's not very good, right? So let's pretend that this is working perfectly. First, you need to get to this stage where you have it working. Okay?
Okay.
So far, so good?
Yeah.
Yep.
Once you are there, now you can go to content and then go to custom, select head, and then save. And this is head, right? Like delete, I need to delete this head. Now that I have it saved, the same I did with Tammy, look. Now I can go back, get a new character. Like I can get any character, honestly. Like I can get, I mean, one that is compatible. These are compatible with the, let's say this guy. Actually, this I'm going to get because later I'm going to switch it for some. Look, I open this one, Nikki. And then I can go to settings. And in Composer, I can go to content, go to where it says custom, head, and there is where I can just double click. Like, yeah, you have this face editor, remove head, right? Well, I can just, you don't have to remove it. You can just double click on your own head and then it brings it there. There it is. Oh, okay. This was crappy. But I need to reposition everything, right?
Yeah.
Like just take it there, and there it is. Now I have a character with a head. Let's preview. Let's see if this works. No.
No.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay,
You've
that's.
still got to bound it.
I instinctively always use this one, like the whole body, even if I shrink everything, right? I didn't know that.
But
Still connect it.
from that point, don't you just have to link it, I guess?
Yeah,
to
you'd
the,
have to link it.
to the bone head? Like you can just
I don't know how to do that. How do you do that?
the chain logo
You
at the
have to
top
click
there.
on the link.
This one?
If you go at the top, down top, there's a red arrow. There's your arrow in red there at the top left.
Top
Clear
left. This
Yeah.
one?
Clear top left.
Yeah, my top left. I don't know if it's your top left, but it's my
Clear the top left where the menu.
Yeah, continue right there.
This one.
Yeah, if you
This
click
one.
on the chain.
Your other left, yeah.
Yeah,
That
click
one.
on the chain.
Oh, chain to the right.
Chain.
Yeah, the chain. If you click on the chain, you can link it then to the bone, right? So I think that might work. I could be
try
wrong
that.
though.
Let's see. Let's stop the preview. I want to select the bones. Preview. Aha!
Yeah,
That
it's
did the
working
trick.
now.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Chain link.
Okay, it
Makes
should
sense.
be. It should actually be on not on the neck, but on this one. Anyway, this. No, actually, yeah. This is okay because this is the neck.
Yeah.
Perfect. So
That's
I
good.
can have the neck in that direction, and then, yeah.
Uh,
Okay, yeah, that works. Now
okay.
I can double click on this one, and that brings the head in there, right? I just put it in place, and let's see if it works. I don't want to test that. I want to test to see if it's connected to the body. Okay, so it's good to know that.
But would you need a body that you haven't messed with? Because you messed with this body to make the other head work.
Let me stop the preview. It's because I don't remember it was this complicated. I remember it was easier. Maybe the remove head may get you into trouble. Let me do this again. I'm going to bring this one again. Oops. Double click, come on. Okay, there it is. I was like, what's happening? And there it is. Now, composer mode. It's opening. And we are about to wrap it up. Now I go to content. I am not going to remove the head. Instead, I'm going to just double click in here. This worked better, I believe. Let's see. Let's first see if that's true. If I click on preview and then rotate this. Yeah, look at that. I don't have to do any of that weird stuff.
Cool.
So don't remove the head. Instead, switch it. Let me
Okay.
I'm going to double click on this one. This would be the one that you created.
Okay. I have a very dumb question. Does that mean we can't create characters with two heads? Because it'll always just switch out the head? Kind of thing?
No, you can't.
If you create a character with two heads, question, is that human?
No.
It's free.
Well, I mean, some humans do, I guess.
So it's
That's
free
two
bone.
humans.
That would be free bone, right?
Okay, makes sense. All right, cool.
So the rig would be very complicated, but it would have, like, you would have to customize.
Okay, I see.
No, just take two characters and stack them and move the head over a little bit and only animate the head on the one and the whole body on the other one.
Actually, yeah, and then
I guess so, yeah.
a floating head that is linked to the body. Smart, Helene, smart.
Like as a prop or something, I guess that would work.
No, just do it as another character. So you have two characters. You're animating the body of one and the heads of both.
I mean, if you ever actually need that, we can go through it. Okay, so, but it was an interesting question, intellectually stimulating. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much, everybody. Was this useful? Are we getting what we paid for?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to cover pre-made rigs. The swapping technique, again, is really fast, but you definitely need, it's recommended to have some investment to get a ton of ingredients that you can combine. All right? Okay,
Yeah,
so take care, everybody. How are we feeling from 1 to 10? Type it on the chat. I'm a little bit tired. I'm a 9, from 10 to 9. 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 8, 8, 8, 8. Alrighty, Livia and Ariadna.
Right.
Ariadna, not Adriana. Ariadna, right?
Ariadna.
Ariadne.
Ariadne. Okay, Ariadne. It's okay. So it's like combining Ariana Grande, but you Ariadne. There you go. Ariadne. Alrighty. Take care, everybody. Thanks. Bye bye.
Thank you, Mark. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Sophia. Bye.